I'm Eva HERE. I'm a professional YouTuber and full-time traveler. Right now, I am doing this huge journey along the Pan American Highway. So I'm driving from Mexico to Alaska, currently in Montana, and then from Alaska to Argentina. And this is my rig. Her name is Odyssey, and she's a Land Rover Defender from 2006. I got her in Europe, and she was a lot more basic when I got her than what she is now, because I invested a lot of time, energy, good money into making her the way she is now. So since you're into overlanding, let me show you around. So I live in this car, not full time, but I spend a lot of time in it. So basically you'll see like my entire living setup. Food, water, warmth, sleeping space, all of that kind of stuff. So let's have a look inside. This is my home on wheels. My tiny little mansion, as I like to call her. I mean, it's not extremely luxurious. Everything here is homemade. So when I first got the car, this was all empty. There was nothing here. It was just an empty space. And then I got together with my uncle and my granddad. They're both carpenters, and we made this whole space ourselves. I mean, actually they made it. I was just like passing, you know, the hammer and the screws and all that kind of stuff. But this is all just done pretty much from scratch by hand in like a workshop at home with some plywood. I would say that like the whole of this interior cost maybe $300 to make. So it's very basic, but it's got everything you need. So this here is my bed with a mattress on top, and you can see here like this part folds over, so it actually makes a pretty big full-size bed. Kind of folds over here, so the bed space is really wide. That's where I would sleep if it's really cold outside. I have a diesel heater over there which heats everything up to like a very balmy atmosphere. Like you have to switch it off after 2 hours because it just gets like, you just get sweaty. Like you're out there in the snow and it's so hot inside that you just gotta like, never mind. You get it. But in nice weather, I just use the rooftop tent. So this folds out here, creates a little like bit of shade here, and the rooftop tent, I'm sure you know, super convenient. For things like food, cooking, all that kind of stuff. So I've got this water tank here that just filters any kind of water into drinking water, which is super awesome, really convenient. You can literally like go up to a river and be like, whoop, and then it's drinkable water. Here, this is super cool. I love this bit. Oh, if I can get it to open. Yeah. Yep, here we go. This is a table, like a pretty big full-size table. So you just take it out, put it down. It's awesome. And nobody knows that it's here, which is also great. And nobody knows how to pull it down and go on. Okay. Anyway, this here is another little table with like a cutting board. Excuse the mess. This is all very rough. I did not come prepared. So this is super handy. And then there's a whole bunch of cupboards here with like stuff where I can kind of have supplies and things like that. I don't have a fridge. I'm not that pro. I do have a cooler, which is great. And there's this little bit, which is one of my favorite things about the whole setup. There's a water tank. Sorry. So this thing is awesome because there's a water tank just underneath, which with a tap that goes here, and then you just put the water in through here, which is awesome. Yeah, that's really most of it. Oh, there's one other little secret that I have. This here is really handy. So there's nothing underneath here. So I was like, well, why don't we just find a use for all this empty space? Because I've got so much junk that I need somewhere to put it. So this is a little storage box. This is my big sort of battery pack, which I use to like charge off my laptop and do things like that. You know, usually like when you're in a really remote spot, yeah, it's hard to get electricity, and you need it for drones, for cameras, for, you know, computers, whatever. So that works really well. I have a solar panel on top of the car, and I also have 2 portable solar panels that go out and connect to that. So that's pretty cool. And then one of the things that, like, if you live in your car, that's difficult and challenging is, where do you store your valuables if you have to leave the car at some point? You know, if someone breaks in, they can just take everything. So I have a solution for that, but don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone. So there's a safe in a very secret spot. So it's like, it's so secret, in fact, that you can barely see it. So it's underneath like the armrest. And the way that you access the safe is you have to take out the cup holder, and there's a little lock there. So you unlock it, and then you open it up, and there's like a safe underneath, like in there, in that space, which is super great. And like, you know, you can put a laptop in there, and then you kind of put the cup holder back in. Voila, simple, genius. Please don't break into my car. So that's pretty much my rig. She's simple. Her name is Odyssey. It really, to me, it just means going off on a long, life-changing journey and adventure that eventually brings you back home. So that's what Odyssey is all about. And she's a part of my life, my home, my adventure vehicle, and I can't really imagine my life without her, and I can't imagine my life without overlanding. So yeah, onwards to Alaska, I guess. Thanks, Mike, for having me.